guys, welcome back to the channel McNallie Money, home of all things stock, investment, and personal finance related. Now for today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a nano-cap company in the biotech space. The name is Renovo RX, and we've got a lot to go through in today's presentation. Now before we get into it, please take a second, hit the like button, you guys. It's a big help to myself and the channel. If you're not already subscribed, McNallie Money, feel free to join. And let me know in the comment section below if you've heard of this company before, if you're holding shares of Renovo RX, and how you think they stack up to some of the other players in the biotech space. Now with that being said, let's get into today's video. Okay guys, so that's right. Today's video, we've got a super exciting one for you. The name is Renovo RX. This is a company that's involved in the biotech space. They've seen significant moves in their share price over the last couple of weeks, and this is one you're definitely going to want to keep on your radar. Now, in terms of the chart, we're going to look at this in a little bit more detail. The company is trading in the $3.80 to $4 range right now. It trades on the NASDAQ in the United States under the ticker RNXT. And based on the current share price range, you're looking at a market cap sub $50 million for this high growth, exciting company, which, as we've discussed in previous videos, is involved in the biotech space where you have potential to see rapid move in share price, as we're going to talk about in today's presentation. Now, before we get into that and back to this article from Market News Reporting, I wanted to jump over to the company website, RenovoRx.com. I'll leave a link in the video description below and give you guys a little bit of a background in terms of what this company is all about. Now, we've covered a number of these clinical stage biopharmaceutical companies as of recently on the channel. It's a really exciting space. I love talking about it. It's cutting edge technology, and it has the ability to make a meaningful impact on patient lives, which as an investor, I think is super important to find companies that you can feel good about putting your money in and make a nice return. So in terms of the About Us section, Renovo RX is a clinical stage biopharmaceutical company with a vision to disrupt the current paradigm of cancer treatment. The company's mission is to lead a revolution in oncology therapy by delivering its innovative and targeted IA delivery of chemotherapy directly to solid tumors. The Renovo Platform, which stands for trans-arterial microperfusion therapy, is being investigated to avoid the harsh side effects typical of the current standard of care, improving patient well-being and extension of life so more time can be enjoyed with loved ones. And unfortunately, I've seen the side effects of cancer treatment and chemotherapy firsthand. My father-in-law just passed away last year from cancer. He had to go through chemotherapy treatments and sessions, and we definitely saw the negative side effects, the standard of living go down, and unfortunately his life cut short. So this one definitely hits close to home, and again is a company and sector that I'm super passionate about. Now, Renovo is a targeted therapy platform that utilizes approved chemotherapeutics with validated mechanisms of action and well-established safety and side effect profiles, with the goal of increasing their efficacy or efficiency, improving their safety, and widening the therapeutic window. Renovo RX lead product candidate, which is RenovoGem. We're going to look at these in a second here, which is a combination of gemcitabine and its patient delivery system, is regulated by the FDA as a novel oncology drug product to treat unresectable, locally advanced pancreatic cancer, known as LAPC. Now we're going to look at their pipeline in a second here to talk about the various different stages of these products. But again, a diversified company in terms of the type of products and platforms that they're delivering and looking to provide eventually the end patient. Now, after demonstrating a median survival of 27.9 months in phase 1 and phase 2 clinical trials versus the typical 12 to 15 months reported in historical studies, Renovo RX was able to secure 2 separate orphan drug designations from the FDA for intra-arterial gemcitabine, pancreatic cancer, and bile duct cancer. So a variety of different targets here. This therapy is being further studied in a phase 3 Tiger PAC clinical trial in the pancreatic cancer and has a primary endpoint of overall survival and several secondary endpoints, including quality of life, which is paramount to a lot of these patients. The phase 3 clinical trial is currently enrolling patients with LAPC in the United States, and I look forward to continuing this story down the road. So with that being said, now that we have a little bit of context as to what this company is all about, I wanted to pause for a second and double click on their Renovo platform. Again, the trans-arterial microperfusion therapy platform, which is designed for the targeted delivery of approved chemotherapeutic agents to tumors. Now, what really caught my attention here is this is focused on improving the quality of life of patients fighting these difficult to treat cancers by reducing the debilitating side effects that are typical or standard with existing systemic chemotherapy treatment. Now, their lead product, as we alluded to on the last slide, is the RenovoGem platform. It's a combination of gemcitabine, which is an FDA-approved chemotherapy, and the company's patented delivery system, which together is regulated by the FDA as a novel oncology drug product. Now, where this gets super interesting is if you continue to scroll down, you can see this localized and targeted approach really does have a lot of benefits to the end patient. It's specifically designed for the localized and targeted delivery of chemotherapy via the peripheral vascular system. Now, their patented delivery system is inserted into an artery that runs adjacent to the tumor via a small incision made in the patient's leg. Now, this is in contrast to the traditional form of chemotherapy delivery, which is done intravenously. And unfortunately, that delivery method has significant side effects. It can be limited in the effectiveness based on the cancer type. And in some situations, this means the chemotherapy is actually circulating through the patient's body without significant amount of medication reaching the intended tumor. And that's really what separates or differentiates this targeted delivery approach and why they were able to see such impressive results in terms of the patient survival and reduction in pain or side effects compared to the traditional delivery method. Now, as promised a little bit earlier, this is a view of their drug delivery pipeline, so you can see a variety of different phases here depending on the platform you're looking at. Obviously, the pancreatic cancer, which we talked about a little bit earlier, is furthest along, entering phase 3 now. They've got their bile duct cancer platform, their lung cancer target platform, which has completed their animal study pilot, and in addition to that, a focus on uterine tumors and glioblastoma. And as you can see further down the page, in relation to pancreatic cancer, it's the second leading cause of cancer-related deaths with a 5-year combined overall survival rate of only 11%. And this is why the RenovoGem platform is so exciting and so cutting edge in relation to the effects it's had for LAPC patients. Now, if all of that wasn't exciting enough, I now wanted to move into an article put out by marketnewsreporting.com talking about the potential upside they see in Renovo RX and some key catalysts for this company moving forward. So I'm going to introduce you guys to the article. Again, I'll leave a link in the video description below, and then we'll fill out these points in a little bit more detail as we continue to move through the presentation. So Maxim Group analyst Jason McCarthy's $9 target could mean a potential 500% upside for this tiny biotech that just bounced off its 52-week low of $1.50 US. See why now may be the best time to start your research on Renovo RX Incorporated, again on the NASDAQ under the ticker symbol RNXT. Now, the article then goes on to lay out 7 key reasons why they feel Renovo RX could be poised for significant upside potential in the back half of 2023. And again, we'll skim through these and then fill them out in a little bit more detail as we move through the article. So the first point is really alluded to in the title, analyst price target. The senior managing director and head of biotechnology research at Maxim Group, which is of course Jason McCarthy. He's also got a PhD, so this is an extremely well-versed and educated individual, has put out a $9 price target on Renovo RX. And again, this is a company that's currently trading sub $4. Now, the second point is really related to the first in terms of the upside potential of this ticker. So after bouncing off their 52-week low of $1.50 back on December 6th of last year, Renovo RX could be looking at an upside potential as much as 500% if they're able to reach that $9 price target by McCarthy. So the move from $1.50 to $9. And as we see with a lot of these nano and small cap biotech companies. They've got a very active chart. So since bouncing off that low of $1.50 back in December, shares have traded up as much as 187% in the last 2.5 months after hitting an intraday high on February 17th of $4.31. So you're now able to buy in at a discount to where shares were trading back in February. And one of the key reasons for these big moves we've seen in the share price is the extremely low float that's available on Renovo RX or RNXT. Now, typically investors consider a low float to be anywhere from about 10 to 20 million shares, and Renovo RX is well below this threshold with about 7.3 million shares available to the general public. So this could be a very interesting situation to continue to watch over the next couple of months as we see some of these big catalysts and investor attention start to come into the spotlight. People are drawn to the biotech sector, specifically some of these nano-cap companies, and with a low float, an active chart, and a big upside potential in terms of the analyst price targets, this is definitely one you're going to want to keep on your watch list. Now, the fifth point really talks about what we just discussed there with high potential growth or high potential upside based on the small market cap of this organization, which again would be considered a nano cap company with a market cap in the neighborhood of about $37 million towards the end of February of this year. And the final 2 points here, shifting gears a little bit, really focus on the strong portfolio of intellectual property or IP, citing a press release that came out on January 3rd, talking about the United States Patent and Trademark Office issuing a US patent covering the methods for treating bile duct cancer, which we just looked at, and selectively delivering one or more therapeutic agents into targeted regions of the bile duct. So this patent represents the 8th US patent that's been granted to Renovo RX, and again really bolsters that overall portfolio of intellectual property and their umbrella of potential treatment alternatives. Now, the final point here is in relation to the size of the addressable market, which they note is in excess of $1 billion specifically related to pancreatic cancer treatment, not to mention all of the additional addressable markets or patients for the various other forms of cancer treatment. So as you can see, a lot to be excited about in terms of the chart, the overall growth prospect for the industry, and the portfolio of IP that Renovo RX has assembled over the last few years. Now, if we spend a little bit of time talking about the recent $9 price target, you can see this is Jason McCarthy's research coverage universe. And at the bottom here is Renovo RX, RNXT, which has a buy rating issued and that $9 price target. Now, as I mentioned earlier, Jason McCarthy has a PhD. He's the Senior Managing Director and Head of Biotech Research at Maxim Group. He received his doctoral degree in biomedical sciences at the Albert Einstein College of Medicine and his master's degree in both biomedical research and molecular biology, on top of his Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry from Stony Brook University. So extremely well educated, well versed on the biotech sector, and the head of biotech research at Maxim Group. So when Jason throws around price targets or recommendations in this space, it's definitely something people take note of and holds a lot of weight with the investment community. Now, Maxim Group itself is a very well-known global investment firm. They had 111 transactions completed to date. That's as of 2022. Which marked their 20th year anniversary. They've raised over $6 billion, managed over $2 billion in M&A or merger and acquisition transactions, and served as the lead in 83% of the transactions that they were involved in. So not only does Jason have a very fortified track record, but Maxim itself is very well regarded in the investment community. Now, the next point I wanted to talk about is the low float and the small market cap of Renovo RX. These really work in unison to give this company the ability to see rapid and meaningful moves in their share price. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, the company has less than 7.3 million shares available in their float. They've got a market cap sub $50 million, which qualifies as a nano cap company. And as you can see here, this limited supply can cause dramatic price swings if demand changes quickly. quickly. And things like those big analyst price targets, new intellectual property, or really any big pieces of news in relation to Renovo RX are exactly what could cause demand to spike and see those big moves in share price that we saw earlier in the year. And speaking of intellectual property or these potential catalysts, that's a perfect segue to the next section here, talking about Renovo RX strengthening their intellectual property portfolio with that 8th US patent. They've got the FDA orphan drug designation approval for RenovoGem, which we talked about, which provides 7 years of market exclusivity. They've got 7 existing US method and device patents prior to the 8th one that they just received, 1 patent in the EU or European Union issued on delivery system, and 9 additional patents that are pending in the United States, European Union, and Asia. And you can see their most recent patent, or their 8th patent, was announced on January 3rd. The PR was put out on January 5th. And this newest patent builds upon the strong IP portfolio, which now consists of 8 total US method and device patents, 1 in the EU, and 8 additional pending patents in the US, EU, and Asia, as the CEO of Renovo RX goes on to say. Now, earlier in the presentation, we talked about this cutting-edge delivery method and localized focus on pancreatic cancer. Again, this is one of the deadliest cancers with traditionally poor outcomes. And in 2021, it was estimated that 60,000 plus Americans were diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. More than 48,000 died of the disease, and approximately 30% of patients have locally advanced pancreatic cancer, again, LAPC for short, and are not candidates for surgery. So a massive audience for this type of treatment, and a product that has the ability to extend the life and the condition of life for tens of thousands of individuals in the United States alone each and every year. And you can see a picture of the delivery method shown here within this research report. Now, with all that being said, there's still a number of key highlights or catalysts on the horizon for Renovo RX that I quickly wanted to discuss before I let you guys go. This company has a de-risked drug development approach based on their validated RenovoTamp strategy. They've got a large first indication market in excess of $1 billion, again focused on pancreatic cancer and locally advanced solid tumors. Capital efficient, so under $750,000 average monthly cash burn, and a talented and experienced leadership team and board of directors with significant education and connections within the biotech space. Now, in terms of the upcoming catalysts, you've got the publication of the phase 3 sub-study in 2023. Moving into 2024, they're looking to continue enrollment and randomization of their phase 3 pancreatic cancer study. Additionally, in 2024, you've got the second interim analysis of that phase 3 study. And in 2025, they're looking to release the final data readout in relation to their Tiger PAC phase 3 pancreatic cancer study. And they then go on to share their pipeline overview, which we looked at on the company website. So for those reasons, you guys, this is definitely one that I'm excited about. We've already seen some big moves in share price over the last couple of months. This is definitely one I would encourage you to take a closer look at if you're looking for exposure to the biotech space. We laid out 7 key reasons why Renovo RX could be poised for big growth in the back half of 2023, but I'd be super curious to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. If you're currently holding shares of this company, how you think they stack up to some of the other nano-cap biotech players, and your outlook on this space in general over the next couple of years. If you're still watching the video at this point, hopefully you found some value, so make sure you hit the like button. And if you're not currently subscribed to the channel, McNallie Money, feel free to join. We'd love to have you. That's all for now. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.